KMTV Action 3 News Weekend starts now.
Small town turmoil ends in bloodshed. A young woman dead at the hands of a man in Glenwood, Iowa. Now it's up to police to piece together what happened just 24 hours ago. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Nick Starling. The small town of Glenwood, Iowa is mourning after an 18-year-old woman was found murdered outside her workplace Saturday night. The prime suspect now behind bars. Reporter Jessica Ritchie has the story.
It's a little bit of disbelief, quite frankly.
Residents of Glenwood are shocked after police found 18-year-old Catherine Weber's body outside of the assisted living facility where she worked.
You live in a small town, you're just not expecting something like that to happen, and you're really not expecting it to happen across the street.
The Glenwood Police Department says around 6:30 Saturday night they responded to a 911 call from one of Weber's coworkers. Rescue workers and police found Weber bleeding on the ground, unresponsive with an apparent gunshot wound. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
We had lots of different evidence that led us to believe that it was premeditated.
An hour and a half later, officers found Mark Allen Troutman at the Western Inn where he was staying. Investigators say Troutman is from Ohio and they don't know what he was doing in town. They believed he arrived on Thursday and think Weber and Troutman knew each other.
They were acquaintances. We're still investigating as to their relationship.
Troutman was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say witnesses' description of a suspect led them to Troutman.
And once we came into contact with him, our investigation led us to believe that he was the person that was responsible for this act.
According to Police Chief Eric Johansson, there hasn't been a homicide in Glenwood in 2 or 3 years. Dan Schoening, who lives across the street from Linwood Estates, said he couldn't believe the scene he came home to Saturday night.
We came home, there were people in our yard here, and obviously very distraught. There's a lot of emotion going on.
That's Jessica Ritchie reporting. Weber graduated from Glenwood Community High School this spring and began working at Linwood Estates. Troutman is currently being held at the Mills County Jail on a $5 million cash-only bond. Police are still interviewing and collecting evidence. They will be conducting an autopsy tomorrow morning. Anyone with information is asked to call the Glenwood Police Department at 712-527-4844.